What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. First and foremost, happy Saturday. We got some playoff football today. Got more basketball. There's hockey on it. There's a lot of sports going on today, but that's besides the point. Of course, as we know, Pascal Siakam to the Mavericks is really gaining traction right now around the NBA surface, I guess, if you will. Obviously, the last time we did a blowing up Raptors rebuild, I believe I traded Siakam to the Mavericks in that video. So I wanted to come on here on 2K today and talk about Pascal Siakam some more. Why not? Hopefully this will be the last time we talk about him until he's actually traded. But today I feel like we have to. We had to come on to 2K today. We got to do a Pascal Siakam Dallas Mavericks rebuild. Before we get in today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate it. Here is the trade. You may not like it. I completely understand if you don't. I actually got this trade off an article off some website. I don't remember which one it was, but basically Grant Williams, Kleba, Rashawn Holmes, Josh Green, the 2026 first round pick via the Dallas Mavericks, and a second round pick. Now, if Pascal Siakam is willing to commit to resign in Dallas, maybe the price tag goes up. Obviously, we know the Mavericks took a risk on Kyrie Irving. He was an expiring contract. They were able to re-sign him. So maybe Mark Cuban is willing to take that risk again. So that's what we're going to do today. Of course, Siakam to the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to decline it. We're going to go ahead and make sure that trade goes through. So Siakam on the Mavericks with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. To be honest with you, I think it's my favorite spot for Pascal Siakam to land. I really do. I think Pascal Siakam in Dallas would be amazing and would definitely give Kyrie and Luka Doncic a bunch of help. So now we have a brand new big three in Dallas. Obviously, Derek Lively, of course, is someone I believe Raptors fan would love to see in the trade. I don't see that happening, though. But let's take a look at the rotation now that that is done. So we got Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Dante Exum. What a surprise he has been this season. Of course, he's out of the league, and now he's been amazing for the Dallas Mavericks. I believe he's been out the last couple of games, or he's been struggling with some injury as of late, which has been kind of the story of his career. But Pascal Siakam, they're starting four, and then Dwight Powell. They have Dwight Powell starting right now, but of course, we are going to start Derek Lively. I don't plan on keeping, obviously, Dwight Powell long-term anyway, but Tim Hardaway, Dwight Powell, Derek Jones Jr., and Jaden Hardy as your rotation. So, feeling pretty good about this. We're going to go ahead and see how the rest of the season goes with Siakam on the Mavericks. I'm excited to see what 2K thinks of this roster. I'm going to go ahead and send Prosper to the G League since he's not going to be playing this year. But yeah, let's go ahead and see how it goes. Hopefully, we could be a top contender in the West. I imagine we will be. Of course, though, we got to make sure we re-sign Siakam in the offseason, or this won't be worth it at all. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop, and it's a great day to sign up for Prize Picks, guys. There's a bunch of sports. Like I said, you got playoff football today, NBA, hockey. There's all kinds of stuff. They also got like esports on here. There's so many sports to choose from here on Prize Picks. How it works basically is you choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 players being 3 times your entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your entry. So if you think Jalen Green, who had a pretty good game last night against the Pistons, if you think he's going over 18.5, then obviously click the more on the projection. If you want to go over to Trae Young and you think he's scoring over 29.5 against Washington, go ahead and click more on the projection. Again, you can go all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your entry. If you want to sign up for Prize Picks, use code Crushables to match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. And the way I use Prize Picks is using GGF's Optimizer, also their correlation tool. Absolutely love this tool. It compares discrepancies across multiple sports books. Like right now, look at this one. For example, Singletary plays a day. Every single book is listing him at like 86.5, 88.5. Right now, Prize Picks is listing him at 81.5. That's the discrepancy you're getting. So it's almost like shopping for a car. If one dealership has it cheaper than 3 others, where are you going to buy the car? That's basically how this works. So if you want to check any of their tools out, the link is down in the description below. Also love their correlation tool, especially for football. Correlation is a huge edge, especially in a sport like football, which is just so heavily correlated. Unfortunately, guys, yesterday I had this, right? Like this was all green, $125, 6 for 6 on my Flex Friday slip. And they stat corrected Jalen Green. Like, literally, it was so heartbreaking. They stat corrected Jalen Green, so this actually ended up going 5 for 6, which I still won 2 times my money. But man, how heartbreaking was that? Like, sucks. But that's the beauty of it. That's what happens sometimes. So, but other than that, if you guys want to, like I said, sign up for Prize Picks, sign up for DGF. Both links down in the description below. Thank you to both for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to the rebuild. So at the end of year number 1, Jokic wins MVP, Wembanyama Rookie of the Year, Chris Paul 6th man, also defense player goes to Wembanyama, and then Kobe White most improved, LeBron James clutch player, and Mark is your coach of the year. Of course, Luka Doncic makes an All-NBA first team. Does Kyrie Irving make it? He might have missed too many games. Or actually, probably not. He didn't miss like that many. Like I thought he would. Man, when he got injured against the Blazers, it looked absolutely horrific. Dwight Powell fell on his leg. I thought for sure that like he broke something, but thankfully, it did not keep him out for the season. But Derek Lively makes an all-rookie second team, so that's cool to see. But we are in the plan as a 7th seed in the West. So that's a little disappointing, but I assume we get out of it. I mean, we have Luka Doncic on our side, so I can only imagine we get out, but guess we'll see what happens. We do get out like I expected. So we are in the playoffs, which is beautiful. I haven't even looked at our proficiency. It's 4-star. So we'll go ahead and see how this goes against Denver. Game 1, we win 1-0. 35 from Jokic, but 45 from Luka with a triple-double. Game 2, 2-0. So far, so good. Beat them by 7, 39, 9, and 11 from Luka. 2-1. So they do look like they're going to try to even this series up. And they do not accomplish that as we go up 3-1. And we are going to upset the Nuggets in 5 in round 1. Beautiful. Love to see it. Now we get the Pelicans, who have McCollum, Herb Jones, Ingram, Zion, Joe Val, Trey Murphy, Jose Alvarado, and Larry Nance. I'm going to click some like current round on this one as we're down 3-1. Wow. I thought we would maybe come out here and win it. Now we could fix the minutes, but for now, I guess we're rolling with the minutes we have going. But looks like we might be able to win this game and force a game 6. So, okay, let's fix the minutes how they see fit. They don't want to start Dwight Powell, which is what I was concerned about. Derek Lively will still start. So game 6 in Dallas. I mean, if we win this one, we're going to a game 7, and the momentum would be in our corner. Right now we have the lead, but that doesn't mean we get to keep it. They take it back. We take it back, and we're down 17. So it looks like we got to the second round and are going to get eliminated by New Orleans of all teams. That's a little disappointing, but it happened. So we got some work to do in the offseason. That's all good. So we got the Pelicans and the Bucks. So Pelicans, I guess, the team we lost to, eventually went all the way to the finals. They do lose the Bucks in 5 as Giannis is your finals MVP and Damian Lillard wins a championship. You love to see it. All right, for the draft lottery, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. I don't believe we're going to have a pick here at all. I think our pick's going to the Knicks, actually. Pretty sure it is. And that would be the case at pick number... Where is our draft pick? For whatever reason, I cannot find it right now. But I know it's going to... There it is, number 20. I could not see for some reason. All right, staff signing. Just kidding. I'm going to keep him since we made it to the second round. I guess I'll keep him for another year. And then we'll go ahead and fill the rest of this coaching staff out. And I will see what the next steps through this offseason. I'm not really sure what the next step will be, but we just got to find a way to obviously, make ourselves contenders and keep building on what we have. Of course, also resign Siakam. All right, skipping past the draft since we don't have a draft pick at all. Player options, we got nothing going on here. And then qualifying offers, Greg Brown, AJ Lawson, Brandon Williams. I'm not too concerned about any of those guys. And then first and foremost, of course, as always, as I said, Siakam, we got to resign him. So whether that's a 5-year deal or whatever, I think you're going to have to give him his money, fork it over, bring him back. And now we have money to sign a really good player. I see like Bruce Brown, who's available, D'Anthony Melton, Buddy Hield. We also have like Kelly Oubre, who actually would be interesting to have here. But right now, Dante Exum is our starting 3. We have Seth Curry as the backup point guard. We have, Kai or Jaden Hardy and Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway is interesting because we can move him to Jaden Hardy. You go up at point guard, you do not. So I think we could almost get away with moving Tim Hardaway to the 3 almost. So I think I might do that. So Tim Hardaway will play some backup 3 for us. Maybe we'll see. I might fix that. So I'm not really sure I want to sign. Obviously, we're signing Siakam back. So who do I want to go? Who else do I want to get? Seth Curry. Jaden Hardy is going to progress. So I don't think I need a 2. I think I can be confident Jaden Hardy being actually a really good player off the bench for us next year. Exum I like. Power forward will be Siakam. We do need a better backup 5. I do not like Dwight Powell as our backup 5. I'm going to be completely honest with you. So I see Markelle Fultz. So that's actually not a terrible idea. I don't hate that. But I definitely know I want a better backup 5. But maybe we wait till the very end. Although if we wait, we're probably not getting anybody very good. James Wiseman is available. We got Isaiah Hartenstein. I think using an MLE on Isaiah Hartenstein would not be the worst idea in the world. Bruce Brown also seems like a great signing. Fultz off the bench, like Tyus Jones off the bench. Like any of those guys would be fantastic. But I do know I think a big man would be really important off the bench. And actually, we have a little bit of room that we could actually do some more than I thought. Although, resigning Siakam might obviously hinder that. So I'm going to sign Hartenstein. Maybe. We'll see. I don't even know if I can sign both. So Hartenstein and Siakam, can I get them both? We cannot get Hartenstein. So I was a little misled. All right. So Hartenstein is not coming. So we have Larry Nance or Mo Bamba. I guess I'll go Mo Bamba and give him a chance in Dallas. We could do a lot worse. Derek Jones Jr., if I had his ability to re-sign him, I would love to bring him back as well. He's been pretty solid with the Mavericks. He may not sign a minimum though, and that's all we can offer. So we might have to wait till day 12 to see if he's still available. But right now we might have to get creative with the trade market because yes, we got Mo Bamba, which is fine and all, but we definitely need a better bench. Like this isn't going to cut it. So I think we're going to have to use like probably Powell and Seth Curry's money to go get something different. Hopefully we'll see if that gets me anybody. So I went ahead and threw Dwight Powell and Seth Curry in the trade finder, and I came across this. I don't know why the Bucks would be looking to get rid of Bobby Portis, but if they were, the last year of his contract, and maybe the Bucks are going to, I don't know, go through some certain changes. We trade a first-round pick to them. We get Bobby Portis. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world, and I hardly ever get Bobby Portis either. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and send this trade through. They want Mo Bamba. They'll give me Marjon Beauchamp. I just signed Mo Bamba, so technically he can't be traded. So let's just offer a second. Prosper has to be in the trade. They'll give me Marjon Beauchamp. I don't love trading Prosper, but I guess we get Marjon Beauchamp. It's kind of okay. Beauchamp is still a solid player in his own right. So whatever. I guess we'll go ahead and do this. We get Bobby Portis, Marjon Beauchamp. Prosper, I absolutely love, and I think he could be really good for the Dallas Mavericks, but I guess I'll go ahead and do this trade. So we'll go ahead and get Bobby Portis and Marjon Beauchamp. So Bobby Portis could either be our backup 5, but I think I'm going to move him to power forward. I'm going to move him to our backup 4, which I absolutely love for us, by the way. So he'll be our secondary center as well. But now it's looking a little interesting around here. So now we have Mo Bamba and Bobby Portis in the same offseason. I'm not like, you know, doing absolute jumping jacks over Mo Bamba signing, but obviously I wanted Hartenstein. And I still wouldn't mind. We'll still go to day 12 and see if anybody comes across our mind that we can get. So let's go to day 12 and see if we can steal anybody in free agency. Obviously, those are not looking good, but backup point guard right now would be the most important. I still do want to look at the backup centers that are available, and there's like literally none. Like, yeah, like Eubanks and Chua, which is fine. I think I'm better off just, you know, rolling with, of course, obviously Mo Bamba at the moment. But if I could steal like Monte Morris on a minimum on the last day, he declines it. Damn, that's close. Okay, so we're gonna need somebody who's asked for a little bit less money. Derrick Jones Jr. I think we can get on the last day. Gillen Noel, Jay Crowder. Man, Monte Morris would be beautiful, but THT wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get him potentially. I'll sign him to a minimum and see if he accepts that. He declines as well. Okay, so we're not getting exactly who I was hoping for. So point guard is affordable, of course, and get Beverly. That's great. Russell Westbrook's going to ask for way too much money, obviously. John Wall, we could probably get. Josh Richardson, who's not even really a point guard, is listed a point guard right now. Kimball Walker, Beverly, Skylar Mays. Skylar Mays is actually pretty underrated in real life, but I don't know if I love him as my. I guess we can bring Dennis Smith Jr. back to, Dallas. Killian Hayes also. I don't know if he would be willing to accept that. He says no. He might even have gone up in overall. So we might not be able to get a point guard that I'm looking for. Maybe just sign Skylar Mays. We've used all of our offers. We're not getting any of them. So Greg Brown, Lawson. So unfortunately, we don't get exactly what we're looking for. And then LeBron James signed somewhere. I didn't even see where he signed. He signed to the Magic on a $51 million deal. Okay. But Luka Doncic, Derek Lively is up. You got Beauchamp up, Jaden Hardy up, and then Mo Bamba's up. So at least everybody we got back is going up and no one's regressing. So that's a good sign at the very least. Now we can get into next season and feel pretty ecstatic about where things are going. We made it to the second round last year, bringing Bobby Portis and Mo Bamba. And we obviously re-signed Siakam. That was a huge step as well. But I definitely don't think I'm done by any means. I think this team could definitely use some more work. And then Beauchamp, also still an underrated addition as well. So power ranking is going to let us 15th overall. 4-star opponent centric. Can we be better somewhere? Is like Derek Lively a better fit somewhere? Because he just does not fit at all. We can go to a balance system, or even 7 seconds if we want to. Lively fits balance maybe just a little bit better. So I guess we'll go ahead and move this to a balance system and see if that helps out Lively a little bit. So we'll do that, and we can look at the rotation. So Hardaway, of course, we still have his salary. I did extend him a little bit though, so it's no longer expiring, but his contract's pretty friendly after the $17 million. So Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Tim Hardaway, Siakam, Derek Lively, Bobby Portis, Dante Exum, Marjon Beauchamp, and Jaden Hardy. I mean, I feel pretty excellent about our rotation. We can shrink the bench utilization down quite a bit as well. Go down to like 50 for that, and then we'll go ahead and summate this season. So we'll see how things go. If I do stop at the deadline, I will show you. More than likely, I might try to. We'll go ahead and see how the team is doing once we reach the deadline. At the end of year number 2, Jokic is your MVP. Alex Sarr, Rookie of the Year. Paulo is your 6-man. Wembanyama, Defensive Player. Kuminga, Most Improved. And Anthony Edwards, Clutch Player of the Year. And Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year. And Harrison is your Executive. So, on be your first team, Jokic, Doncic, Halliburton, Anthony Davis, John Morant. All NBA second team. All NBA third team. Offense first team. and all defensive second team. So this season went pretty well for us. We're the first seed in the Western Conference, and we can go look at the player stats. As we had 27 points from Luka Doncic with 9.5 rebounds, 11 assists, 23 from Kyrie Irving, 15 from Siakam, 13 from Portis, 11 from Tim Hardaway, 10 from Hardy, and then 7 from Marjon Beauchamp, 7 from Derek Lively, and then 5 from Dante Exum. So we also went ahead and extended Jaden Hardy, so he's locked up long term. And then we finished with a, I believe, I guess I could have looked at it there, my bad. But we finished with a 56-26 record. So we'll see how things go. Round 1, we draw the Rockets. So the Rockets, Brevin VanVleet, Jalen Green, Brooks, Jabari, Şengün, Tari Eason, of course, Houston, very solid roster. We'll go ahead and see if we can knock them out. So game 1, we are going to beat them in 5. So good start. Also, we are going to shrink this to a 9-man rotation. No need to play 10 players in the playoffs, I feel like. So Sacramento round 2. We'd love to, get our ticket into the conference finals. Hardenstein, you should have been a Maverick. Unfortunately, I didn't have the money for you. But somebody come around against Sacramento, and we sweep them. And now we get the Thunder. Of course, the Thunder, the tall task that always is. Shea, Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet, Casey Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Darius Saric, and Justin Edwards. See how things go. Obviously hoping for the best, expecting the worst. Game 1, 1-0 goes to Oklahoma City. Game 2, 2-0. And that is going to ultimately maybe lead to our demise unless if we even this series up, which is technically possible. Oklahoma City has the lead right now, but we are right on their tails. And we might take this one and even this series up. So we are going to do just that, 145 to 112. So we are not done just yet. We'll fix the rotation as, 2K expects or wants it to. And now we get to go to a huge Game 5 in Dallas. Would love to take care of home court advantage and go to Oklahoma City with a lead, but let's see if we can do just that. And it's not looking good for us here. We do tie it up, though. We're going to have a back-and-forth game in this fourth quarter. Very, very close one. We need to win this. I think going down 3-2 to Oklahoma City is not ideal. We are right there. Can we take the lead? We cannot. It is a tie ball game. 127-127. We'll slow this bad boy down. They take the lead, and they are not going to let up, as they are going to beat us by 2. Kyrie with 38, 31 from Luka. Unfortunately, we get bound, or we lose that game 5. Okay. Game 6, pivotal win here. We need it. If we go to Oklahoma City and just get trounced, that would be unfortunate, as that might be low. Wait a minute. Might have spoke too soon. Can we keep the lead? We are going to force a Game 7. So Game 7, Siakam 27, 26 from Bobby Portis. Huge, huge, huge there. So here we go. They want to start Beauchamp for this Game 7. He's shooting 44% from 3 in the playoffs. I guess we'll give it to him. Game 7 in Dallas. This gets us into the NBA Finals. Let's see if we can do it. Oklahoma City has the lead right now. Please don't get blown out. That's all I'm asking. And it's looking like we're going to get blown out. So we get this far just to get blown out. So we lose in 7 to the conference finals to the Mavericks, or to the Thunder. And that's disappointing. I will say that. Shea Finals MVP. Got the Cavaliers on the other side. And the Cavs going to win the championship. So yeah, Oklahoma City. You guys know how it goes with them. So let's go to the lottery and let's figure out what we can do this offseason. So our pick is going to Milwaukee from the Bobby Portis trade. Oklahoma City's got number 3, so they're only going to get better from here. Staff signing. I guess we can fire Jason Kidd, even though, he didn't really do anything wrong necessarily, but I guess we can move on from him if we need to. Taylor Jenkins is available. Will Hardy is available. I always love getting Will Hardy. He's just so many badges. His ratings are great, or his ratings are great too. So we'll go straight to player options and see what can be picked up in the offseason. So Kyrie Irving declines us in the Portis. So we got to actually resign both of them because that's huge. I don't want to lose either of them, obviously. So let's see if we can get both of them back and run it back for a 3rd season. And maybe this is the year we can get it done. So, of course, we are going to resign Kyrie. Him at 38 years old, making that much money is going to suck. But, in this video, I'm not going to get that far, so I don't really care. I just want it back, of course. I wouldn't mind getting XM back, but I don't know if it's going to let me. I don't think it's going to. So, I wonder what he's asking for. $9 million. We may be able to steal him on day 12 if he's still there. We'll see. We get McConnell. Alvarado is here. So, I mean, I guess backup point guard is what we need the most anyway. Although backup 5 still would be better. Getting a better backup 5 would not suck either. But, Adams might regress if I sign him. I guess I'll sign Alvarado to be that backup point guard. So we'll sign him. And then more likely than not, free agent or trade deadline, I think I'm trying to get a better backup center. And I think that would be the ticket to going to win this championship. So day 12, if I can get XM back, I would love to. I don't even know if he's still going to be here. He is gone. So we can't get XM back, which sucks. Zaire Williams is here. So XM is gone. We technically have Beauchamp. We technically have a full rotation as it is, but I do want to sign one more player to potentially help us with a trade the deadline. We'll see if that is, if there's anybody here that we can get. We got Kelly Olynyk. We got Craig Porter, Goga Badotste, Daron Sharp, Kevon Looney. Ooh, if I can get Kevon Looney. I can get Kevon Looney. Never mind. We don't even need another backup 5. We got our backup 5. Kevon Looney, welcome to the team. Greg Brown, Looney is going to stay at 78, so he will start over or be in the backup 5 spot over Mo Bamba. So there's not even going to be a need to stop at the deadline. We have our backup 5, which is what we needed, obviously. I feel like Mo Bamba, upgrading from him is going to help out a ton. So, and of course, rebounding, as you guys know, very important stat in 2K. And Looney does pretty good at that. So, let's see this rotation now. Fully, 9-man rotation. Luka, Kyrie, Tim Hardaway, Siakam, Lively, Portis, Jaden Hardy, Marjan Beauchamp, Kevon Looney. I feel really good about this. Hopefully, we can get the first seed once again. Maybe this year, we actually can knock off the Thunder in the, the playoffs. But we'll see if we can even get to the playoffs first, which would be the first step. Maybe third time is a charm here as Luka Doncic wins MVP this season. Obviously hoping and praying that this is the year we are able to win that championship, as Luka Doncic also makes all defensive first team. But we are the first seed in the West. Once again, no surprise there. Oklahoma City, once again, on the opposite side of our bracket, thankfully, so we won't run into them at least until the conference finals if we do get that far. 32 from Luka, 23 from Kyrie, and 16 from Siakam, 15 from Hardy. 11 from Hardaway, and 11 from Bobby Portis. So, here goes nothing. Round 1, we draw Denver. We were able to beat them in the first season, if I remember correctly. So, obviously hoping we can repeat that same thing here and take care of them. They have Kobe Buffkin as their starting point guard now with Julian Strawther, Porter, Gordon, Jokic, Christian Brown, Peyton Watson. So, they no longer have Jamal Murray. Should play in our favor. Obviously, the 8th seed for the reason. Somebody current round against them. We are going to beat them in 4. So, we take care of the Denver Nuggets pretty easily. Can't imagine Jokic being swept, though. So, feels good to have swept them, I guess. But now I get the New Orleans Pelicans, who have Dustin Danos, Kobe Walter, Ingram, Zion, Joe Val. Now, this team did eliminate us in the first season, so I would not rule them out. Potentially doing it to us again. They still have Zion. They still have a good team. See what happens. Somebody current round, and we are going to beat them in 5. Okay. Take care of everybody, and now we get the Thunder. Of course, we ran into them last year. We all know how it went. Maybe this is the year we take care of them. They got Ace Bailey, looks like, with that 3rd overall pick. So they kept Giddey around. Pretty solid team still in Oklahoma City. Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, we evened it up. Beat them 166 to 130. That's insane. 53, 35, and 34. That's pretty wild. Game 3, 2-1. They beat us by 24. And we're going to even it up. Okay, so we got a huge Game 5 on us. Game 5 here once again against Oklahoma City. We start off with a pretty good lead, but that doesn't mean anything as they may take the lead back. But if we can go up 3-2, like our chances, and we are going to do just that, beat them by 8. Now, can we beat them in 6 to get to the finals is the question. We cannot. We're going to a Game 7. So Game 7 in Dallas to win this series and go to the NBA Finals over the Thunder. Can we do it? We have the lead right now. We just got to keep it. And we are going to have a nice lead going into the 4th. We have a really good lead here. Can imagine we choke this with a minute left, and we do beat the Thunder. Thank you. And now I get to play the Pistons. We have Jalen Brunson. I assume that means they lost Cade Cunningham, but I guess we'll see. So they have Jalen Brunson, Jaden Ivey, Asar, Isaiah Stewart, Duren, Sasser, Buzelis, James Wiseman, Naz Reid, and Malik Beasley. Can we complete this rebuild by winning a championship with the Mavericks here is the question. Game 1, 1-0 goes to us. Beat them by 5. Game 2. 2-0. So far, so good. They might even it up on us. Nope. 3-1. And we win a championship. Okay. Pascal Siakam to the Dallas Mavericks, boys. What do you guys think? Should the Mavericks pursue Siakam? Honestly, if I had to make a bet right now, I think the Mavericks do get Siakam. Honestly, if I had to predict, I think Siakam's going to the Mavericks. I really do. I don't know. Just the gut feeling that I have. I think Cuban took the swing on Kyrie Irving last year, and I think they could do it again. I really do. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. Enjoy some football or basketball, whatever you're watching today. Thank you guys for watching as always. This Crushables, I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.